Welcome to one of the most haunted buildings in Port Elizabeth.
I'm here with Mark, who is the owner and founder of the Ghost Bus Tour. Mark,
The Mystery Ghost Bus Tour.
the Mystery Ghost Bus Tour. Mark, please tell us about what inspired this very chilly environment and what inspired the whole ghost bus thing. I'm not sure if I should stand close to you or away from you. Okay, that's just the beginning. Mark, please tell us about the tour.
The idea came to me in 1988 when I went on the London Ghost Bus and some of the Jack the Ripper tours. And I decided after seeing that they were quite historical. And I wanted to do something which was more entertaining. So you have history, you have entertainment, and you also have the science of the paranormal. And being a magician and an illusionist, I was also able to bring a bit of that into it. So it's not just a historical tour, and we run them countrywide, Johannesburg, Pretoria, all the time, and periodically in Durban, Cape Town, and Port Elizabeth.
Okay, now when you say that you don't run them historically, are you trying to tell me that I'm standing in the presence of ghosts? And what's this behind me that talks about ghosts that are nuns? Please bear in mind that this is a claw, right? This is an actual claw. It's got fur, and oh my word. Okay, could you please tell us more about what's going on here?
Yes, this is one of the more historical houses in Port Elizabeth. It started out as a place called Langford. Most people call it Richley House, but it's gone through many hands. It was a brothel at one stage. It was a maternity home and so forth. And at the time it was a maternity home, a nun stayed here. And she had a baby, which nuns are not allowed to do. With the result, she went up into the tower and she hung herself. And management will tell you that to this day, they still hear her up there, and they hear the cries of her baby. You can ask them, they've worked here for how long, they will tell you the stories, they will tell you about the ghost in the kitchen, they will tell you about the ghost in the long coat who walks around down here, and the ghost upstairs in the ladies' toilet.
Viewers of Big1up, I have loved you, I have been loyal, I have been supportful of the show. And it's been good knowing you. I don't think I'm going to survive this trip because the details are scaring me enough as it is, and I haven't even had the experience. So please do stay tuned, and I'm going to get hauled by his ghost. He's taking me to his ghost, so please do stay tuned and watch what happens.
Bye.
Well, as you can see here, that it says that this became, this building rather, became the Langford General Nursing and Maternity Home in 1928, a brothel during World War II. And the interesting part is the one written in red. FYI, red symbolizes blood. And it says that ghosts include a nun, a crying baby, an angry former resident in a long grey coat. Do bear that in mind. And a woman and a child in period, yes, dressed as well as the entity that tries to throttle the stop. I'm standing here with Lisha. She has experienced one of the ghosts from here, and she's going to tell us about her experience right now.
Well, I've seen the man in the grey coat in the kitchen. It's written on the board there. Heard many footsteps upstairs when you've locked up the shop. You're downstairs, you hear them upstairs. It's a various of things. Like things will move around when you know you've put it there. Just a lot of freaky noises.
Aren't you scared? Like what?
Obviously, yes, very scared. Very scared.
I think I should get closer to Lisha. Lisha, at least you know how to battle these ghosts. So Lisha's going to be my protection.
I've gotten used to it. I've been here 4 years.
You've gotten Who gets used to having ghosts?
Just block them out.
How? Please tell us how.
Well, being here so long, just learn to ignore it. They've never bothered me personally.
Wow, Lisha is extremely amazing. She is a ghost buster, and she's going to be giving me some tips on how to bust some of the ghosts that I'm going to find here. So Lisha, why are you laughing? Because I'm extremely terrified.
Just run.
I can't be in the presence of unseen beings, and I think something just pulled my coat. I'm standing here with Kyle, and he is the navigator of this entire thing. He's the navigator of the tour. And Kyle, please tell us a bit more about the tour. Like, what can we expect? You are the one who's going to take us to the ghosts.
Well, I'm the one that directs the bus driver, sets up all the props, and helps my father do the research with the stories and the buildings and the people. And on the PE tour, you can expect to go to St. George's Pre-Primary, also was known as Knockfiona. We also go to the Fort, we go to Grey, we go to the Maritime Club. A lot of places we do water divining, you get EVPs. So it's an entertaining tour that includes a lot of extra things that most tours which were purely historical don't do.
So you're based on the actual dead people who are now living? Okay, they were alive in history, but now they live. This is so complicated because you're dealing with ghosts here, and I am terrified.
Well, initially, the nun that was discovered here about 8 years ago, when my mother and I stayed down the road, we came here, and I said to my mum, "But there's something in the tower," and I hear a baby crying.
Is there something in the tower now?
I wouldn't know anymore. That was a very long time ago. I tried to block these things out, and this then prompted Mark to do the research, and he found out that it used to be a maternity home, and he found out about the nun who had given birth to the child and had committed suicide in the tower. So that's how we discovered the story here.
So there could be more undiscovered ghosts here. There could be more babies undiscovered.
Well, the history of this building has been a very long history, so possibly yes.
Guys and girls, if you hear a screaming child, it's not me. I don't scream like a child, even though I'm going to scream like a child. But please do bear in mind that there are ghosts here. You're watching Big One Up. God.
Dropped, there would have been some sort of fire. Come to the tower. Shadows. Shadows.
I'm terrified of this place. So we sat over there.
Haunted from top to bottom. The ghost here at the Maritime Club is none other than Mel Channer himself, who was a great sports reporter and also one of the best rugby fly-halves we have ever had. These are his ties that he collected over the years, and he haunts the premises to this very day. People say they hear his footsteps going up and down, up and down. sometimes people say that some of the pictures fall off the wall with a rather loud crash.
Harvey was die kroegman nie in vergange se tyd. Ek dink hy het so 21 jaar in die klub gewerk en op een donker reënerige nag, woep, hartaanval net daar waar daai ou staan. Maar dit hom eers die volgende oggend gekry en Harvey was woedend dat niemand hom kom soek het nie. En daarvan af is hy nog steeds kwaad. Hulle staan nie 'n wind nie, klap al die vensters en al die deure. Hy hou daarvan om daar te sit waar daai man staan en hy knyp die vrouens aan hulle bobene.
Is jy bang vir Harvey?
Nee.
Yo, she ain't scared of no ghosts. I don't know, but I'm still scared. I'm in the presence of a ghost. You're watching Big One Up here on Baytv, and I bid you farewell because I don't know what my fate is going to be. I'm with Harvey, there's Mel, there's all these other ghosts, there's babies. Who knows what they could do? You're watching Big One Up. That was the Mystery Ghost Bus Tour brought to you here on Big One Up. If you want to see more, catch them on the 10th of October. You know where to book? At Quicket. So, book your tickets and be part of the Ghost Bus Tour. If you haven't booked, you're watching Big One Up here on Baytv channel 260.